Following massive protests from Guti trustees and the Newar community and widespread criticism from all quarters, the controversial Guti bill has been withdrawn unanimously by the National Assembly. Meanwhile, while putting forth the proposal for withdrawal, Minister for Land Management Padma Aryal still defended the bill, citing it was designed to protect the Guti lands and stated that active forces had created unnecessary doubts over the bill. Good morning, I am Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. The controversial Guti bill officially withdrawn by the National Assembly. Land Management Minister Padma Aryal says the bill met with stern criticisms from all quarters. Dispute between the Parliamentary Committee and the government affects formation of laws. Directives of the State Affairs Committee rendered ineffective. Fuel suppliers express reluctance to register to VAT. Pressurizes the government instead to relieve tax obligations. And Australia defeat hosts England by 64 runs at the ICC World Cup. Australian skipper Aaron Finch shines with the bat with a century. England now under pressure. Let us now begin with the latest national political updates. The controversial Guti bill has been officially withdrawn by the National Assembly. The Minister for Land Management, Cooperatives and Poverty Alleviation, Padma Aryal, had proposed for the withdrawal of the controversial bill at the session of the National Assembly. The session of the National Assembly unanimously withdrew the bill. At the session, Minister Aryal clarified the bill that met with stern criticisms from all quarters was only introduced to better manage the Guti lands and protect the Guti's identity. Minister Aryal said the government had to withdraw the Guti bill as active forces had created unnecessary doubts regarding the bill among the public. The disagreements between the executive and the legislative have been growing in recent time. The dispute between the State Affairs and Good Governance Committee and the government has left many bills stranded, while the directives issued by the committee has failed to be implemented. The bill for the Federal Civil Service Act that should have been endorsed before the staff adjustment is currently in consideration at the State Affairs Committee of the House of Representatives. However, since the committee and the government are both polarized on it, the bill has been stranded. The committee members are in support of implementing either the rank-based or level-based system at all administrative levels. However, the government that has implemented level-based system in local and provincial levels has been adamant on implementing the rank-based system at the center. Likewise, the General Administration Minister Lalbabu Pandit openly announced that the government would not abide by the directive issued by the State Affairs Committee to scrap the advertisement for over 9,000 staff at the local levels, further fueling the conflict. The conflict between the legislative and the executive was evident in the issue of the citizenship bill as well. The Home Ministry had directed all the concerned local administrations to distribute citizenships without the approval of the committee. The bill is yet to proceed ahead. While discussions are a way to reach to a better decision, the dispute seen between the government officials and lawmakers has only delayed the endorsement of the bills. Likewise, experts have deemed the government not accepting the State Affairs Committee's directives as unfortunate. Experts have opined that the dispute has escalated due to a few immature decisions taken by the committee itself and the government remaining adamant on its stances. It is now time for a short break, but for more news, to stay with us. A total of 6 individuals, including 3 children, have been killed as lightning struck yesterday evening in Dang and Rupandehi. 13-year-old Sazan Chaudhary, 11-year-old Vinash Chaudhary and 11-year-old Ramit Chaudhary were killed in Rapti Rural Municipality 3 of Dang while they had climbed a tree to pick some fruits. 8-year-old Avinash Chaudhary has been injured. Likewise, 3 others were killed in Rupandehi. The District Police Office Rupandehi has identified the deceased as 25-year-old Bhagwan Das Loth of Gaidahawa Rural Municipality 7, 60-year-old Nandaram Aryal of Kanchan Rural Municipality 2 and 62-year-old Chandra Bahadur BK of Saina Maina Rural Municipality 7. Lightning has struck at around 6:30 p.m. yesterday. The Weather Forecasting Division has urged the locals to remain alert and aware, citing more possibilities of further thunderstorm and lightning. The government has made arrangements to bring the fuel transporters under the value-added tax VAT system through the financial bill. However, the transporters have initiated protest programs and started political lobbying to restrict this system and from coming into effect. According to the arrangement of the bill, in order to start a fuel transportation service, the company has to have VAT registration by this coming Thursday. Petroleum products will not be provided to those fuel transporters who do not have VAT registration from this coming Friday. If the fuel transporters who do not have VAT registration are let to operate their businesses, the financial bill will be violated. In order to exhibit transparency in business transactions, the VAT system should be implemented, and therefore the government should not bow down to the pressure created by the fuel transporters. The Ilam municipality has seen many changes since the implementation of the federal setup. Despite municipalities being established in most remote places of Nepal, delivering services has been a challenge. In this context, we'd asked the service seekers at the Ilam municipality office how have they found the services. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
बाटो घाटो बिग्रिरहेको छ, बिजुली बत्तीहरुको अभावै छ, फोहोर व्यवस्थापन भएकै छैन, फोहोर मैलाहरु जताततै छ।
पानी पहिला थिएन, पानी अहिले राम्रै छ, पानी आइराकै छ हैन। सरसफाइको हिसाबले हेर्ने हो चाहिँ सरसफाइमा चाहिँ अलि केही सुधार गर्नु पक्ष देखिन्छ।
गाविस हुँदा पनि त्यही छ र अहिले नगर हुँदा पनि अहिलेको हालमा चाहिँ त्यस्तै नै छ, केही सुधार आइसकेको छैन।
खासै परिवर्तन छैन। तिरोको कुरामा अब तिरो चाहिँ अलिकति बढिरहेछ, अब हामीले मार खेपिरहेछौँ, तर अब सेवा सुविधा चाहिँ अलिक कमै छ।
करहरु लाग्ने चाहिँ अलिकति बढी हो कि भन्ने जस्तो महसुस मैले चाहिँ गरेको छु हैन।
पानी चाहिँ अब बिहान बेलुका चाहिँ पाइँदैन हैन, त्यो चाहिँ घण्टाको अब 36 घण्टामा एक टाइम दिने त्यही छ।
विकासको योजनाहरू आइरहेछ, त्यो योजनाहरू चाहिँ अहिले सबैतिर नभएर खाली बाटोमा मात्रै केन्द्रित भइरहेछ र बाटोमा मात्रै केन्द्रित नगरेर चाहिँ अन्य कुरामा पनि जनतालाई सुविधा दिन पर्छ।
नगरपालिकाले चाहिँ महिला लक्षित कार्यक्रम चाहिँ अलि अझ बढी चाहिँ त्यो पहुँचसम्म पुर्याउनु पर्यो।
It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, what is your take on the trend of protesting by stopping very essential services? Your options are A. Extent of anarchy, B. Option to pressurize, and C. Result of lack of punishment. The voting is on. You can type any WS, select your option A, B or C, and then send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. With this, let us move on to the sports news.
Sports news.
Defending champions Cameroon have marked the African Cup of Nations with a 2-0 win against Guinea-Bissau. First half of the Group F match played in Egypt last night had ended in a goalless stalemate. Five-time champions Cameroon had made a slow start to the match. However, they were able to find the net with gradual improvement in their performance. Yaya Banana found the net in the 66th minute, while Stephen Bauken doubled the lead 3 minutes later to secure the 2-0 win. Cameroon had not been able to prepare well for the tournament as they were in protest for remuneration and bonuses prior to the beginning of the continental tournament. In another Group F match, Ghana were held at a 2-2 draw by Benin. Michael Pote scored a brace for Benin, while Andre and Jordan Ayew, the brothers, found the net for Ghana. Nepal has announced the cricket team for the ACC Under-19 Eastern Region Tournament. 4 new faces have made it to the 14-member team list. Meanwhile, Asif Sheikh and Sandeep Zora failed to make it in the team. Kharga Bahadur Bora, Lokesh Bahadur Bom, Tilak Raj Bhandari and captain of Under-16 team Vishal Bikram Kesi are the 4 new faces in the team, which will be led by skipper Rohit Paudel. The other players selected in the team are Pawan Saraf, Kamal Singh Aire, Reet Gautam, Hari Bahadur Chauhan, Pratik GC, Rashid Khan, Vim Sharki, Sagar Dhakal and Kusal Malla. The 50-over cricket tournament is scheduled to be held in Malaysia from the 2nd of July till the 10th. Nepal is in Group A alongside Singapore, Myanmar and China. Likewise, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Thailand and Bhutan are placed in Group B. Nepal will face Myanmar in its first match on the 2nd of July. It is now time for our daily special segment, Laugh Out Loud. Lawmaker Shanta Chaudhary of ruling Nepal Communist Party has found herself in the receiving end of the public wrath after she defended the controversial Guti bill during an interview with a television channel. Interestingly, she termed the huge mass that had turned up to protest against the Guti bill as a handful of people. However, it may be recalled that the protest launched by the Newar community in Kathmandu Valley was so intense that the government ultimately had to withdraw the bill. During the interview, Lawmaker Chaudhary, a former Kamalari, defended the Guti bill, citing that the bill was the need of the hour. Lawmaker Chaudhary's remarks leave behind a host of questions that doubt the very reasoning capacity of a person who did not have formal education, and that whether the remarks she made was her personal opinion or she was made to say it at the behest of some NGOs or INGOs, a question which is worth pondering indeed. Chief Minister of Karnali Province, Mahendra Bahadur Shai, has found himself in the news again, this time for wrong reasons, as the Chief Minister and the other ruling Nepal Communist Party cadres were found to charter helicopters at 120,000 rupees per hour for party-related functions. The Nepal Army chopper usually remains standby for emergency relief and rescue operations. However, Chief Minister Shai kept the army chopper at standby for 2 days while he and other party members attended the function. The extravagant expenses are beyond explanation given the fact that Karnali Pradesh is one of the least developed region and economically challenged province of the country. The Chief Minister episode, however, did remind us of the famous play Suina Karnalika, where the leaders of the Karnali province do roam around in choppers and jet planes in an ala utopian Karnali province as dreamt by Karnali folks. This is Prarambha Dahal for Kantipur News Desk. And now, before we wrap up, here's a look at the top stories one more time. The controversial Guti bill officially withdrawn by the National Assembly. Land Management Minister Padma Aryal says the bill met with stern criticisms from all quarters. Dispute between the Parliamentary Committee and the government affects formation of laws. Directive of the State Affairs Committee rendered ineffective. Fuel suppliers expressed reluctance to register to VAT, pressurize the government instead to relieve tax obligations. And Australia defeat host England by 64 runs at the ICC World Cup. Australian skipper Aaron Finch shines with the bat with a century. England now under tremendous pressure. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin airs at 11 a.m. Keep watching Kantipur Television SD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day ahead.